You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Monday, April 22nd, and it is Easter Monday. Before we dive in, a very happy Easter to you all. I hope that you know that Easter is the biggest feast day in our faith, bigger than Christmas. In fact, we say that we only celebrate Christmas in preparation for Easter. We are Christians. Our faith began because of the events on Good Friday that were then fully revealed on Easter Sunday when Jesus Christ rose from the dead. This is a big deal, and I want to wish you a very happy Easter. Now, today on Catholic Sprouts, we are going to talk about that very first Easter Sunday. We're going to talk about what happened, and possibly more importantly, we are going to be reminded that these things actually did happen. This really happened. It is a historical fact, as true as the fact that George Washington once lived, or the fact that dinosaurs once walked the earth. It is a true fact that Jesus Christ lived on this earth, that he was crucified under Pontius Pilate, and that he rose again, that death could not hold him, and that he rose from the dead. And so before we talk more about that, let's review what all happened the very first Easter Sunday morning. Most likely either Saturday night or Sunday morning while you were at church, you heard one gospel account. There's several things that happened, and it's fun to hear them all in a list. So here they are. On the original Easter Sunday morning, first of all, two women went to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body, which was customary because he had to be buried very quickly because it was almost the Sabbath when he died. So they went there simply to fulfill this work. They got there, however, and they saw an empty tomb with angels who told them that Jesus wasn't there. Now, this is important because it shows us that this isn't just something that humans did, that someone didn't just come move Jesus' body, but we know right away that God is at work here. The women, of course, are amazed. They run back. They tell the apostles, who, of course, don't believe them. I mean, it is kind of a tall tale. Peter and the beloved disciple, who we call John, then rushed to the tomb, and they too found it empty. Again, this isn't just done by humans. This is God's work. Mary Magdalene has a direct encounter with Jesus Christ, although she doesn't recognize him at first. She thinks it's a gardener, and then when she realizes it is Jesus, she falls down and worships him. The disciples also set out for a town called Emmaus. They meet someone while they're walking. They tell him all about the events that have been happening in Jerusalem with Jesus Christ, and they only realize later that this person traveling with them is Jesus. And they realize this, of course, when he breaks bread, when he once again celebrates Mass with them. He appears to all of the other apostles except for Thomas, who he'll appear to him to later. And we know through all of this, through all of these accounts, that this really, truly did happen. He came back in a body, not a ghost, not something else, but Jesus Christ truly rose from the dead. And so, Sprouts, I hope that you are celebrating because, again, this is a big feast. And my challenge for you is very simple. During Lent, we refrained from using the word Alleluia, but Lent is over. And Alleluia is the appropriate word to use when we remember that our God died for us, but that he rose from the dead. So today, I challenge you to use the word Alleluia as much as possible. And each time you do, remember that Jesus Christ is your Lord and that not even death could hold him. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God intended you to be. Hey grown-ups, thanks for turning on Catholic Sprouts for the children that you love. I would like to invite you now to consider doing something for yourself. I have heard from so many parents and teachers that what they struggle with the most is having a personal prayer life. So I have taken this as a mission to help you pray more, pray better, and through that grow in the spiritual life. I'm currently enrolling students in a prayer course for adults. I encourage you to come check out the details over on my website, CatholicSprouts.com/prayer.